We have Mmegi, the National Women's Committee Chairperson, and then my CEO, Mr. Polo, and then the BFA Head of Marketing, Mmegi Sumani, was late. Areva Mkeleng Kalibofi, Kisalibali Luluna, members of the top estate, the most important stakeholder today. So I'll call the Chief Executive Officer, Rem Polo, to give us the welcome remarks.
Well, thank you, Program Director. Let me also acknowledge the presence of the Chairperson for National Women Football Committee, Mmegi Musimi. Also here with me at the top table is BFA Head of Marketing, Masebo Bushman, and the rest of the BFA management and staff here present this morning. But most importantly, let me recognize the presence of the media, the very, very important people and very, very important stakeholder in this journey that we have embarked at. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all this morning. Last year, the BFA President, Mr. Martin Litchiti, addressed you here and talked about the 10 million that will be needed to prepare the mayors, our national women's football team, ahead of WAFCON 2024, which will be held in Morocco. This campaign is dubbed the Mayors 2.0 campaign. It is dubbed the Mayors 2.0 campaign because it is a back-to-back qualification. We qualified for the first time for the Continental Showpiece 2022. We have also qualified again for the Continental Showpiece for the year 2024. Hence the Mayors 2.0 campaign. We are about to embark on the Mayors preparations, and we estimate that we will need at least 10 million kula to prepare for the mayors. BFA alone cannot fully meet the demands of this preparation without assistance from all Botswana. During the last press conference, Mr. Litchiti invited every Botswana and every businesses to join BFA in raising money for the mayors. Today, I'm here to repeat that call. That call still stands. We need at least 10 million kula to fully prepare the mayors for the Continental Showpiece. The mayors belongs to Botswana. It is important that, therefore, every Botswana participate in the preparations of the mayors, because a team that prepares well will do well at the Continental Showpiece. If we do well, we will be happy as a country, and we would celebrate the fruits that all Botswana had labored in the preparations. I hope you agree with me, Dondos, as we are watching the current AFCON in Ivory Coast, that teams that have been prepared well have made a mark. You talk of your Cape Verde, you talk of your Mauritania. It shows that they have been well prepared. But even in the 2023 Women World Cup that was held in Australia, it showed that the teams that were prepared well made a mark in the hearts of those that attended the World Showpiece. So it is important that we also, as the mayors, we prepare well. As BFA, we take the preparations of our national team very seriously. That is why we make this call this morning, that we invite the entire country to play a role as the mayors prepares to go into camp. Let me just borrow leaf here and say, from my own opinion anyway, my standpoint, the way we prepared for the 2022 continental showpiece, it was not good preparation. Because I remember we just had one game against Zambia, and they also refused to, anyway, to they didn't do that. And the team was just in camp, and then we went to Morocco. So that is why today we are taking this call very, very seriously. We need to prepare well for this continental showpiece, as opposed to what we did for the 2022 continental showpiece. The business community is especially invited to play a role. Ladies and gentlemen, it is through these preparations that the coaches get an idea on the true state of the team under this management. Preparations are by nature costly and time consuming. But, ladies and gentlemen, there are no shortcuts to these preparations. We have to do it right, and we must get it right, so that our performance will speak volume for us when we are in Morocco. The longer we stay in Morocco, the longer also we sell our country to the international world. The longer we stay in Morocco, the more we get exposure for our players to be scouted in the European market. So there are benefits in the preparations, because we need to stay longer in Morocco. In the last continental showpiece, we stayed up to the quarterfinals. This time around, we need to go beyond the quarterfinals, because we need our players to go in the international market, be it your Europe, be it your Asia, or be it other strong competitive leagues in Africa. It's still better than nothing. Only the teams that are prepared well get a chance to lift the trophy. And this is what we are propagating for the mass. Funds permitting, we need to prepare 3 strong international camps. But I don't know why I'm saying funds permitting. It's a taken. The team must be prepared well. I don't know whether the funds are available or not. For me, the team must be prepared well. These 3 international camps are a given. We have to go all out and prepare this team. Let me tell you, Kenya, with more than 7 international players, we managed to beat them to qualify for this continental showpiece. Our ladies, our girls are only playing regional football, not even only national league, but we managed to beat them. It shows you that the potential is there. So what is only needed is to prepare the team very, very well. And we are steadfast about that mandate. The boxing legend, Muhammad Ali, once said, "The fight is won or lost far away from witness, behind the lines, in the gym, and out there on the road, long before I dance under those lines." Like they always say, you sweat in your gym room, and then you will taste the sweet in the field of play. In the gym room, you go through a lot of sweat, you go through a lot of torture, but victory and sweetness will be experienced in the field of play. It is important, ladies and gentlemen, that we prepare the team well before any competition. It is only teams that are prepared well that have the capacity to make great impressions at the tournament. And it is not by fluke or by luck that the 12 teams that have qualified for the Continental Showpiece have not been prepared well. They were prepared well. That is why Kenya managed to knock out Cameroon. We knocked out Gabon, and we also knocked out Kenya to qualify for the Continental Showpiece. But we have taken a reflection. We have reflected and said there's still more that we can do to prepare even further, or to prepare even more. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mares continue to be a true pride of the nation. The Mares on the pitch performance is a true reflection of the high standards that they have set for themselves off the pitch. These players are national icons and role models to many young Botswana who want to be like them. You will recall that the Mares got some accolades last year, presidential order, I suppose. They got, so they are the icons. And like I always say, jokingly anyway, don't quote me, that when you are crying, maybe the zebra makes us cry. The Mares just come and wipe our tears. Okay? So they are also an inspiration to the young girl who is in Hukunzi, the young girl who is in Matatane. They are an inspiration to them to play women football or to play girls football. And we have to help them to reach that full potential. The BFA president has never stopped talking about his commitment to grow women football across the country. And it has been the case on the global stage. Women football in Botswana has over the recent past experienced phenomenal growth. The growth has come as a result of hard work. Nothing better explains that hard work than the performance of the Mares. Nothing better explains that hard work than the performance of the Mares over the recent past has made us to be where we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we are committed as BFA to treat all our players equal, regardless of gender. And that is why we have never shied away to say that we would use football to fight societal ills like gender discrimination and gender-based violence. I think at this point in juncture, I wish to thank you for your attendance. And now I would pass over the baton through your permission, Program Director, to our Head of Marketing to take us through how to go about this campaign of raising money and preparing the Mares for the Continental Showpiece.
All right, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to actually just dive into what exactly do we have in plan to pursue this, to prepare the Mares, and to make sure that this time around, as they return to Morocco, they are well prepared. Our CEO mentioned a lot about preparations. If you fail to prepare, you're actually preparing to fail. But I also want us to understand what product do we have here. We have the senior women's national football team called the Mares. And this team, they made their first appearance in Morocco for the competitions. And for the first time, they qualified for the quarterfinals. So when we package them, I want us to understand that we are not just preparing them for the WAFCON, but beyond WAFCON. Because if they could qualify for the first time and make it to the quarterfinals, if we do prepare them now, then we are preparing them for the World Cup. Because if they qualify for the semi-finals and ultimately win the WAFCON, then they are ready to get into the World Cup competitions. I want us to also reflect that
within the teams that qualified for the WAFCON this year, we have Morocco, South Africa, Tunisia, Senegal, Zambia, and Nigeria, and they were there in our previous competition. Other teams didn't make it for the second time, but Botswana, among Burundi, Togo, and Burkina Faso is the only team that made it for the second time, with Tanzania adding up to the 12th list, and they are coming for the second time since 2010. So I want us to understand that with absolute preparation and with your commitment and with you, the stakeholders, taking into our call to prepare our team, that our team will be ready for competition. We are not just preparing them for AFCON, but we are preparing them for World Cup, which is beyond AFCON. Now, we've prepared the 3 international camps, which are intensive. CEO mentioned about last time we prepared them in Joanne locally, but this time around we're looking for international camps. We have Turkey in February, we have Saudi Arabia, and we have United States of America, and the pre-competition training camp, which will be in Morocco. We need about 5,127,000 for the 3 training camps, and about 3 million for the international friendly games, and for the 1.8 million for the pre-competition training camp. I want us to understand that we're really running out of time because we need to start as soon as possible. The FIFA week begins on February 18 till February 24, and that is where we are we actually planned for us to have the match on camp. This camp will not just be international matches, but it will entail the technical performance, understanding our players, having them to understand each other within the game plan, because we understand that they play for different clubs. So we need an integrated system. We need an integrated, timely camp for them to prepare themselves and be able to assimilate and understand each one of them. So we need your help. We need the stakeholders to come on board and help us prepare for the match. So, like I said, the first training camp is in February, then the next camp is in April, and the last camp is in early mid-May. So, we have a range of special packages, and we have a range of initiatives that we want to bring on board. And we've engaged so many people locally and internationally to help us come up with initiatives that we can raise this money. Some of them include the gala dinner that we've scheduled, include the football festivals, include other individual and consultant coming on board and say, we have this initiative, can we partner with us? So if you still have initiatives that you wish to partner with us to take this and make this 10 million a reality, we are widely open to partner with you, and we take the mess forward. Also, as the BFA marketing department, we have planned other fundraising activities, just like the golf day. A lot of activities are coming on board. So these activities are helping us to secure this 10 million. But I just want to ask to have a forecast that we are not really just limited to 10 million, because remember I mentioned earlier that we are preparing them for the World Cup. So the 10 million we need it for the World Cup, but ultimately, if preparations need to be done for the foresight of where we are going, we need about 30 million for that. So 10 million is needed by May before competition, and other money is needed as we prepare for the World Cup. So if we have that in mind, that we're not just preparing the mess for the World Cup, we are preparing them beyond that, then we are certainly will be ready for the competition. And I want us stakeholders to understand that this is not just about the men. This is about the women, this is about the women in football, this is about empowerment, and this is about trailblazing women, breaking ceilings, and for the first time, we have the men's consistently giving us pride. If we just make a flashback, in December we took our under 15 women, little girls, they took position 2 in Kosovo in Zimbabwe. Then right now in camp we have the under 17 preparing for the FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Burundi on the 6th and the 9th. So you can see that there is a trail of success in our women in football. So we need to really come on board and prepare and pledge and commit ourselves, because it's not just for the BFA, it's not just for the government, but football brings us together. And we know how much women build and make sure that anything that we put our hands to it is going to be a success. Partner with us and let us help the mess win for WAFCON and ultimately get a space in the World Cup. Thank you so much for coming here, and we wish you will take the message further, stakeholders will come on board, and ultimately we are coming to your boardrooms. Please open your doors for us. We'll be knocking, and we really need to make this 10 million project a reality before the date of competition. Thank you very much.
If we have any questions, I'll take 3 rounds of questions.
Thank you very much. Interest there, me. I'm going to get a but you want to interest in the similar one thing okay, when I have an interest in more market in Jaka, in the Bushman care, and I've got an interest in taking. So I'm sitting here, see you in our last interviews. Ronaldo again, presents a coach Alex Kintari. There were no parts of Ronaldo, how do we address Alex? Because another of smaller world. I'm saying this CEO with due respect because your executive friend is on office in your not your office per se. Can't go and get it in BFA. Second, a little hard to release. Second, the killer that you are president, I have a suspending. Wait for me to know. I like your president. The Euro president is already Mayor Ronaldo Santa. I like my and two houses and say this. So that having driven Nababa Miami, Rab Paris, Alex Mancana Ronaldo. Yabu Hello, then travel to me. Yabu Hello, make it but me Bushman. How do I get up to who be the breakfast meeting or the world of heaven there? Because I had no other second. No walk and the world of heaven there. Rona na like every talk about it. Get out to Sarah how they had. Call a breakfast meeting. Visa go up have a water have a road. Have a barrel and a table. So by the one of the other same with red. We lost Sky as a go and second. But answer my carol.
Yes, madam. I would like Hela to congratulate the BFA. For finally we were getting the recognition of women football. But Hela Nigere CEO thing, and as we've always been here, I would like to say Hela from a standpoint, we as Mountain Avenue, we came in this morning and the Kaleka Hutus, Hela Khanyel thing, because it's very unfortunate for we are always preparing at the 11th hour I should. But Hela Cecilian thing, you were actually decided this is me officially pledging for them via Mountain Avenue and my consortium look for because I believe with everything that the ladies have worked hard for, 10 million shouldn't be that big of an issue. So with that being said, let's continue to give them the actual equal attention and resources as it's due.
You know, it's a whole healing of all American campus. Now, I put some way in the debate. You play Botswana and I'm passing the Bata or the anything in the hour. When I was over at the campus in the zero and 20 for a unit person over share over Nalaboka so far. You know, take it, that woman was all perfect. There were holiday cars are in order, but never know how we get some take. And then we the time I committed to Capitalism where I'm a second number, a technical I wasn't easy to go are they in ambitions in order to candidate our but here would on a day, but in the previous edition.
Okay, thank you, Dondos, and the rest of the media. We operate through certain structures here at the association. There's the Technical and Development Committee, which is tasked with recommending coaches for approval by the National Executive Committee. So down memory lane, if you recall, we started with Saulos, but he started the campaign with us. He was the head coach when he played Gabon, and he was also the head coach when he played Tanzania after Kosafa. And during the review, during the technical review, as now we are preparing for a make or break against Kenya, there was a reshuffle whereby now Malete was the head coach, assisted by JK and Marumo. It was unfortunate by then that Ronnie, who has been part of the setup, was going through some bereavement. So where we stand now, the technical committee, the coaching department, we stand with the one that finished the last campaign and when we played Kenya. If we are to get any changes in the whole setup of the technical team that is taking us to the continental shortlist, will be made known. But where we stand now, the substantive technical team is the one that won as the qualification against Kenya. But I should also make it a point that when you go to any competition, there are certain requirements or qualifications that might be needed by the competition. So we'll also be keeping our ears on the ground to establish if the CAF would need certain requirements for the continental showpiece, as it has been the practice. So, but for now we stand with the technical team that won as the qualification. But it does not mean that that team cannot change, probably because of the requirements. We'll get to know as time goes on. Thank you. When you talked about any targets or ambitions, well, the bar has been set. The bar has been set. We went to the quarterfinals. So that's the minimum. But that's why we are here for this call. It does not come easy. It does not come easy. We need to prepare the team very, very, very well. The team must go to Turkey this coming month. The team must go to Turkey. The team must go to Saudi Arabia. The team must go to the USA. There are no shortcuts. No, there are no shortcuts. So as much as we are setting the ambition beyond the quarterfinal, but we, Botswana, we must come together and make sure that we prepare the team. Obviously, we as the association, as the mother body, we will be leading the campaign, we will be leading the role. And we also need you as the media to write good stories about your team. It is your team. Yeah. Let's all be in the campaign. Thank you.
Yes, there's a question, but the young man asked, yeah, do we have anything, what we have, where we heading to? What I can say is we've all been waiting for this call to make it openly. Then any reports will take you through it. But we've reached organizations, they've made plans, so we can make commitment to those plans. But as soon as we have everything materialized, and this call was open for you all, for everyone who wants to be involved or be part of the committee that will be steering this initiative to come on board. so that we can kickstart. That is why at this time, it looks like it's late, you can't see any billboard, you can't hear anything on the radio, because we wanted to have this one, so then now we can move forward. So as we close this door of awareness, we're getting into the market, we're going into the public to make them know that now we are pushing the mess. And whatever that we have to bring all our tools together, then we have to push this initiative.
But just to buttress on what the head of marketing is saying, the first training camp is in Turkey. We are going there. No matter what, we are going there. Because when we are there, we would play 3 games from very strong opponents. So it's non-negotiable. We have to go. We just have to go.
And we're going.
Yeah, we are going.
I think we are about to come to the end. By the chairperson of National Women's Football Association, to give us the closing remarks.
Thank you. Mmegi Mediselote Balehano, the BFA General Secretary Namfulo, the BFA staff, and our important guests, the members of the fourth estate. And Tiruan Mugumpiano Ikuchanyani Hela gave the closing remarks. Mehela Wesimulo, Nigarata Horikir, Gay Hakul Lebotevan Hanokore. The theme Ya BFA Ganayari, the future belongs to women's football. And I'm happy that we are here in Buaga Women's Football. Thank you all for joining us in support of our national women's football team. Let's unite to empower these talented athletes and evaluate and elevate women's football in our nation. Your contributions, Sorolojan Lona Babehajem Khan, make a significant impact in that journey, and we are grateful for the generosity. Together, we can break barriers and ensure the brighter future for women in sports. Let the success of our national women's football team be a statement to the strength of unity and determination. Continue to champion gender equality in sports, and let's inspire the next generation of female footballers. We remember when we have the under 15, the under 17, and the under 20. And our under 17 are in camp. They will be our next, the mess in Nabonebo 7 Barrow. As we conclude, remember that every donation counts towards our shared goal of fostering excellence in women's football. Thank you for being part of this historic moment. And let's propel our national women's football team to new heights together. In advance, the donation is Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mmegi. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. Let's go out there and trust those beautiful articles, because we don't know who's going to read it, who's going to come across that newspaper. We need all hands on deck for the next. Thank you so much. Welcome to the end of our program.